गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We are in Gyaneshwari, chapter 18, verse number 62. And last week we saw one of very popular verses and a contemplative verse, not just popular, but something to contemplate and dive deep to bring about a transformation in your vision. Ishvara sarva bhutanam हृद्देशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यंत्रारूढ़ानि मायया. And this was the verse that we saw last time. And here it was told that Ishvara, the Lord, Sarva, everywhere, Bhutanam, is pervading everything and everyone. And Bhoot also means ghost. So we are all ghosts. So he is pervading us also. Bhoot also means the 5 elements: space, air, fire, water, earth. Out of those 5 elements only everything is made up of. And the Ishvara, the God, divine principle, he is pervading all the 5 great elements. So the whole creation is pervaded by Ishvara. From Ishvara's drishti, there is nothing but him. From our individuality standpoint, we have, I am everywhere. Don't take me for a long ride. This is our approach, isn't it? And this is only on account of the Maya. Here he says that, so here they have taken it positively. We tend to go neti neti, not this, not this. So we try to decry the Maya principle. But here, how does he keep the whole Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani? How does he make the whole world go round and round and round in a cyclical manner? By riding the instruments of Maya. And that is what is told then through his divine power. Maya is his Shakti, Maya is his potentiality. So Ishvara himself does not do anything. He is the non-doer. All doing happens within Maya. Just like I gave you the example last week, the mother magnet does not do anything. The iron filings, when they come in the proximity of the mother magnet, automatically movement is invoked in those non-magnetic pieces of metal. Did the original magnet do anything? It said come. Did it say go? No. Exactly same way in the presence of, but that example is limited. Why? The iron filings are separate to the mother magnet. Here Ishvara and his Shakti, Ishvara is in potentiality, you and your mind, we feel they are one and the same. Yes, they are one and the same, no doubt. But where are you focused on? Are you focused on the power or are you focused on the thoughts? The moment you give importance to the thoughts, you have moved away from the power. Our attention must be, where are the thoughts coming and going? That is mind. Mind is the container in which the thoughts are coming and going. We get identified with the thoughts, which are temporary. If our attention is on the mind, then no problem. So just like Ishvara, the God principle, is using or through his potentiality is just a way of speaking. He doesn't do anything, but in his presence, the potentiality gets activated and the whole creation comes about. Exactly the same way, when you are sleeping, that time there is no activity. But when you wake up, there is activity. So you are awake to yourself that I am conscious. In deep sleep, you are not conscious of yourself. So when you wake up, you become conscious of yourself. That very moment, the mind becomes active. And in the mind, the whole universe is. Mind is nothing but the whole universe. It is not you are in the universe. The universe is in your mind. So just like in the dream. So this mind gets activated and this is your experience every morning. Now, having told that, now we move to the 62nd verse. Tamev sharanam gaccha, tamev sharanam gaccha, sarva bhavena bharata, sarva bhavena bharata, tat prasadat param shantim, tat prasadat param shantim, sthanam prapsyasi shashwatam, sthanam prapsyasi shashwatam. Together, tamev sharanam gaccha, sarva bhavena bharata, tat prasadat param shantim, sthanam prapsyasi shashwatam. In the 62nd verse, he says, Tamev sharanam gaccha. Gaccha means go. Sharanam means surrender. So, or sharanam also means take refuge. So take refuge where? In him alone. Tamev sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata. And how do you go take refuge of that Lord? Sarva bhavena means with all your feelings and faculties and instruments, and it's a complete application of yourself, whatever you think you are, towards that Ishvara. So, in very simple words, I have used so many words, with your whole heart. When you are doing it with pure intention, pure devotion, pure heart, single pointed focus, automatically all those things, when you bring that about, automatically every faculty, every cell of yours is invoked to work towards the intention that you have set for yourself, isn't it? You look at these Commonwealth Games, I was watching one or two, those who are, when they are ready to lift the weight, or some person did a high jump, and they are completely primed. Are you completely primed right now? ठीक है, हो जाएगा तो हो जाएगा, समझ गया. If I understand, I'll understand. If I don't understand, who cares? So it's all about our availability to the divine. We have taken him for granted. We have taken the God for granted. Why? We take him only to get our jobs done on the earth. We don't remember him to be one with him, to merge into him. We don't remember him. That is where we are lacking. O descendant of Bharata, tat prasadat param shantim. And when you apply your whole and soul towards the Ishvara, then you will attain tat prasadat. What will you get? Prasad. Prasad is the blessings. Prasad is the grace. Prasad is when you go to temple, you put your hand out after the prayers, he gives you something, sometimes the water, sometimes Chanamrit. In churches they give you the wafer. So that is prasad. So what is this prasad? Here it is no food, nothing to gain. What is it? Param Shantim. Transcendental peace is your prasad. If you apply yourself wholly, solely towards the merging, towards the yoga, towards the union with the Ishvara. And you don't have to even think of the union. You just remember him with single pointed deep bhavana, with deep feeling. Automatically the consummation that results, that is nothing but transcendental peace. That is your prasad. Thereafter, yesterday's verse, yesterday the Kathopanishad concluded, Yad gatva na nivartante. Thereafter, there is no coming back. Here, the same word is used. Tameva sharanam gaccha. Yad gatva. Having gone. Here he is saying, having taken refuge. Gaccha. See? Same thing. So once you take refuge of that and that alone, see, then there is no coming back. So here you attain supreme peace, the transcend tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyati shashvatam. And not only that, sthanam is, we are continuously moving here, there, one place to another place, one house to another house, one body to another body, waking body to dream body to no body to waking body. It goes on and on. We are looking for some place where we can rest. But once we come to this point, this divine principle, the Ishvara, he is the ultimate abode where there is no movement possible thereafter. It is the complete rest. And sthanam prapsyasi, you will attain that unmoving, unshakable position, sthanam, place, shashvatam, and also it is the most auspicious one, forever and ever and ever. See how beautiful. But question is, it is so simply said, but we have to apply. We have to apply. We don't apply. That is we understand everything, but we don't apply ourselves. We don't make the necessary shift, the necessary discrimination We have understood, then why we are getting involved in the world unnecessarily? I should use better word than involve. You cannot stop the involvement. Don't get entangled in the world. Involvement is allowed. You cannot help but get involved. If eyes are open, they will see. They are involved in seeing this or that. Ears are open, they are involved in hearing or not hearing. But don't get entangled in any of the stimuli. Don't get entangled in the world. Don't get entangled in the thoughts. But we choose to be entangled, and we don't choose to be entangled in the divine theme. That shift alone we have to make. Gyaneshwari Maharaj says here, Taya aham vacha chitta anga deuniya sharana gariga mahodadhika ganga rigale jaise magataya cheni prasade sarvopashanti pramade kantu houniya swanande swarupi chiramasi संभूति जेणे संभवे विश्रांति जेथे विसंवे अनुभूति ही अनुभवे अनुभवा जया तिये निजात्म पदी चारावो होऊनी ठाकसी अव्यवो म्हणे लक्ष्मी नाहो पार्था तुगा. He says, just as the Gangaji surrenders itself to the sea, you should surrender yourself completely to God. And it is not told don't live life. If you live life and get entangled, then you are not thinking of the divine. If you think of the divine and continue to live life, then you will automatically not get entangled. How much effort do you put to disengage from the waking activities? How much effort do you put? Tonight, you do this assessment of yourself. When you are tired, when you are going to sleep, and you are thinking single point, you don't even know that you are thinking single pointedly, but you are thinking of sleep. All your actions are generated by the thought of sleep, by the intention to go to sleep. And automatically, slowly but surely, the entire, I will use the word entanglement in the world, is withdrawn. And you surrender to sleep. And this data is available to you, me, every one of us, and we do based on this, and this is our observation. Every night we are doing it. So we, as I told many times, scriptures are only mirror, are reflecting what all the sadhanas given in the scriptures are only those which are already taking place in your life. Nothing new is being told. There is nothing new in this world. Because it's the same thing recycled again. We already told you. There is nothing new. So you have the data. Now, question is, are we applying it in the right direction? That's all. So choose the right direction. And that no teacher can make you do it. No scripture can make you do it. God also cannot make you do it. You have to do it yourself. And that is how much urgency is there within you. How much the need to be at rest in spite of everything. How much desire is there to come to what is the source of this whole creation? Am I just one for going through all this hunger? The hunger never stops. Every morning, afternoon, evening, it keeps coming and going. Waking, dream, deep sleep keep coming and going. Is there no solution for all this? I'm just just like a leaf is at the mercy of the whirlpool, being pulled in and pulled out and again pulled in and again thrown out. Am I just, is there no hope? Majority of the people think that way. Some of them think, no. So they become successful. They think that is their elixir, but that is also not giving them happiness. So think a little bit. You have all listened to it, to the Bhagavad Gita so many times, probably other teachers also. But do this service to yourself, that apply your attention to the divine theme, to the exclusion of everything. And life will continue to be lived. Don't become afraid. Then, how will I do this? How will I do? Everything will happen. It is already programmed. So just as the river Gangaji surrenders, this example came before also, surrenders itself to the sea, you should surrender yourself completely to the God. And what is this surrender like? Okay, I think it will come afterwards. Then through His grace, you will become the Lord of the Lady in the form of peace, and you will revel in the blissful experience of the self. See, ocean does not, it is at rest. Ocean is the totality. Ocean is at rest. It doesn't need to go anywhere. So much water is evaporating, so many rivers are coming in. It doesn't feel the loss, it doesn't feel the gain. It is always at rest. It is completely content. It is completely one with itself. Once the river, why was the river running from mountains till the ocean? Because it wanted to be at rest. As a river, it can never be at rest. So, as an individual, we can never be at rest. This individuality means running around, shunting. So, river is shunting, but once it reaches the ocean, it is completely at rest. Then the river loses its identity. It becomes one with the beloved. It becomes one with the destination. So river, the jiva. You can say the mind, river of thoughts. They are moving towards that divine. Keep contemplating. Once, so just like your thoughts are contemplating on sleep and they come to one, surrender to the sleep and there are no thoughts in the mind. But unfortunately, you don't remain awake. Our practice here is to bring about the same circumstances, but we have to maintain wakefulness. Maintain wakefulness. And once we merge, can the river which has merged into the ocean come out, then say, now I have merged into the ocean? Is this statement possible? Not possible. So which means once the individuality has surrendered to the divinity, is there anyone left behind to say, I have attained realization? No one. No one. Ocean's vision is that everything is water. Water is coming back to water. River's attention is, I have an individuality. I traverse so much distance and I have done such a great job of merging into my beloved. But for ocean, nothing. He says, "Why? This is me only who went around and came back." See, he won't even say that. So similarly, we as consider yourself as the individual or the individual mind as the Gangaji, and then merging into the divinity, the Ishvara. Once you merge in there, there is no separation, there is no otherness, there is no differentiation or duality left thereafter. Where there is no duality, because we were an individual, we are thinking of Ishvara. Once we merge into Ishvara, what will we say? Will we say, I am Ishvara? No. What will we say? Nothing. Then the scriptures say, you are one with your essential self. You are one with your essential self. Then why this Ishvara word was taken? Because you consider yourself to be an individual, so some goal has to be given to you. You know. But once you reach the goal, you realize you are all that there is. Ekam eva dvitiya nanasti kinchana. One without a second, there is no otherness. Then through His grace, you will become the Lord of the lady in the form of peace, and you will revel in the blissful experience of the self. You will become the Lord of the lady. Which lady, bhaiya? I am not married. Which lady? You will become the Lord of the mind. Your mind is the potentiality. Maya Shakti. Ishvara's lady is who? His potentiality. Your Shakti is what? Your mind. That is the female principle. So here we find ourselves at the mercy of the feminine principle, the Shakti principle. See? So within that Shakti, if you invoke the Sattvic Shakti, then automatically integration comes. But who is Ishvara? Ishvara is the master of his potentiality. He is not scattered because of his potentiality. We are scattered. Scattered means we have got so many roles, and sometimes we lose the plot, which role to be performed. You look at a person, if he goes to a food court, he goes crazy. Which one to eat? Chinese, Indian, taco, this, pizza, sushi. No, I will read this. No. Then go, no. This. And in the end, out of frustration, he just eats which he didn't want to eat. This is our lot. Why? No discrimination. Discrimination allows you to take your power back. The discrimination allows you to recognize that you have never been enslaved. You are of the nature of bliss. You are of the nature of eternity. You are of the nature of knowledge. You are of the nature of continuous existence. You are of the nature of Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam. You are the all-pervasive principle. And what are you thinking of yourself as? I was born, I'm going to die. You will then become the eternal self from which the creation starts, where the rest becomes restful and experience gains experience. Aha, beautiful. In other words, it becomes experienceless experience. See? You will then become the eternal self from the... So isn't it true? Isn't it your direct experience on a daily basis that you know that waking began and waking ended? Dream began and dream ended. Sleep began and sleep ended. Don't you know this on a daily basis? Yes or no? Yes. So which means the waking creation began in your presence. It was maintained for so many hours, then it concludes. The dream begins in your presence. It is maintained for some hours, then it concludes. The absence, meaning the waking and dream have become absent, and the absence is maintained for some time, and actually there is nothing called absence. Remember one thing. There is nothing called absence. It is actually divine, but we are unaware of that. So, waking creation began in my presence and concluded in my presence. This is your direct data. Dream creation began in my presence and concluded in my presence. That means creation, maintenance and destruction, dissolution of the waking and the dream both happened in my presence. That's why I'm able to say that every day these three states are coming and going. This is exactly what the Ishwar also says. Then why do you consider yourself to be an individual? Because you are entangled. Even though this data is there, the moment this lecture is over, or even during lecture, you will take, I understood. I understood means you have become the waker. You have to maintain that poise where the entire happening is taking place in your presence. And that is your true nature. All happening is taking place where? Is it outside? I'm asking.
No.
Where is it happening?
In your mind.
Correct. All happening, thank you. All happening is taking place in the mind. And don't you know? And how is it taking place in the mind? By way of thoughts. And you know every thought that is coming and going. Every thought coming and going cannot happen without your presence. Dead man does not have a thought. Now, live as that presence rather than as an entangled one. Entangled one is who? Teacher. Entangled one is student. Entangled one is a devotee. Entangled one is husband. He is entangled in wife. Wife is entangled in husband. Father is entangled in children. Children are entangled in parents. This is entanglement, where your mind is continuously only thinking about that. Be involved in all the roles that life is presenting. But don't forget that you are the presence, then there is no entanglement. Don't get hooked on anything. That will happen, which we say many times. We have said, don't give value and importance to any thought in your mind other than the divine. And here we are not even talking about the divine. We are saying be the presence. It's your direct experience with the examples that I just given. So you will then become the eternal self. You not become. The word is there. So whoever has written has said become. There is no becoming. You will come to realize that you are the eternal self. So correct that, become to being the eternal self, from which the creation starts, where the rest becomes restful. It is eternal rest. Eternal peace, continuous, homogeneous peace, without any break. And that is called prashanti. Prashanti, see, in the worldly sense, there is disturbance and there is peace. So in Hindi or Sanskrit, there are three words. Ashanti is disturbance, Shanti is no disturbance or peace. So they are both at the relative level. When you transcend both, you are not disturbed or desiring peace, nor you are abhorring disturbance. Then you come to, or in other words, when you are abiding in the self as the self, then it is transcendental peace that is called prashanti. Transcendental peace. And experience gains experience. We are only gaining experience of this and that and this and that. So object after object, state after state. Waking state is an experience, dream state is an experience. Here what is he saying? That experience gains experience. It's just a way to say that it's a transcendental experience. The experience is always of something. Here, when the experience, where is the experience taking place? In the mind, isn't it? Now, mind has come to that ultimate experience. From thereafter, no more individual experience matter. No more individual. There is no itch to have this experience. I have not tasted that. I have not tried that. I have not traveled there. I have not worn that type of dress. I had, nothing like that. In other words, it is an experienceless experience. Another way of putting it, it is that abode where all experiences are satisfied in one go, or if all desires are satisfied in one go, because you have come to the source. Once you come to the gold, you know all the ornaments. Once you have come to know the water, you understand that water means all the waves will be appearing. You don't have to count where did this wave come. Acha, this came from water. What about the second wave? We are coming to the source. So said Sri Krishna, the Lord of the goddess of wealth, to Partha. Then continuing in the 63rd verse, Iti te jnanamakyatam, iti te jnanamakyatam, guhyat guhyataram maya, guhyat guhyataram maya, vimrushyai tadasheshena, vimrushyai tadasheshena, yathechasi tatha kuru, yathechasi tatha kuru. Together. Iti te jnanamakyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrushyai tadasheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Here Bhagavad Gita concludes. Iti, conclusion. Thus. Then what is afterwards? We'll see what is after. But here, technically, the Bhagavad Gita is concluded. All the instructions that were to be imparted to Arjuna have been imparted. And thereafter, Bhagavan says, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, what did he say? Iti te jnanam akyatam. I have told you all the knowledge that was to be told. Then, guhyat guhyataram maya. By me. I have propounded, I have expounded on all the guhyat guhyatara, subtler than the subtlet, secret and even more secret principles I have communicated to you. I passed them on to you. Vimrushyai tadasheshena yatechasi tatha kuru. And then he says that now vimrushyai etad Sheshena. Now you contemplate on what I have told you. And then he doesn't say now you go and fight. He says what? Yathechasi tatha kuru. Now you do what you will. Our job is the teacher, so any teacher, he will not tell the student what he should do or what he should not do. Then you do what you, who cares? You asked the question, I gave it. You asked in the right manner, I gave it in the right manner. You asked me to in a condescending manner, similar response you will get. Guru Maharaj is just a mirror. You come that way with whatever feeling, with whatever mindset you come, that's exactly what will be reflected back. You may not like it. You come with surrender, everything will be poured into you. And what did Arjun say to Krishna? That yat shreyas nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyas teham shadhi mam tvam prapannam. That I am your disciple and I am surrendered at your feet, O Lord. Please teach me. Do we have that type of disposition? When we come to Gyaneshwari, when we come to a satsang, when we take the name of the Lord, when we light the lamp in our house, when we open the Bhagavad Gita, that this is the moment that it's all going to conclude. I'm ready. Are all our faculties, is every cell in our body screaming out to come to rest? No more multiplication. Otherwise, every moment the cell is multiplying. Every moment one thought is giving rise to another thought. One breath is giving rise to another breath. One waking is giving rise to next dream. Dream is giving way to sleep. Sleep is giving way to waking. This is going on and on and on and on. Have we come to this conclusion? Enough is enough. I want to check out of this. Not with drugs and drinks. Not by suicide. I want to check out of it by coming to the source. Recognize that all this is pervaded by that divine. How it is? You discover within yourself. For that, The Krishna Bhagavan says, you do what you want now with this information. Ravan, you know Ravan? Lord Ram killed him, the 10-headed fellow. What were the 10 heads? He was at the mercy of his 10 senses, or he was swayed by those senses. So are we one of that Ravana who is swayed by the 10 senses? See, he was very well educated. He was very, very well. He knew all the Upanishads. He knew everything. But he never applied it on yourself. It was only for teaching, like I am doing. Only teaching, not applying on myself. After satsang, she brings some sweet. I say, I will not eat, but I eat always. Application is missing. See? So apply yourself. In Kenopanishad also the teacher said, this is how our teacher taught us, that is how I am teaching you. It is the prana of the prana, it is the eye of the eye, it is the speech of the speech. Oh, don't, why? I asked you simple question, who is inspiring all this? He said, I told you. Why can't you make it simple? This is how I was taught, now it is up your job to understand. You ask pertinent questions, I'll give you the answer. But understanding you have to bring about. I can't make you understand. Why you can't make me understand? Because we are talking about that which cannot be taught. We are talking about that which cannot be taught, which cannot be communicated, which cannot be experienced also. Self is not something which can be experienced. Because how can you experience yourself that which you already are? This language is only available in Upanishads. Nowhere else you will get it. And only the one who is ready can appreciate it. That's the first step, that you are able to appreciate. Yeah, it sounds, yeah. I can't pinpoint it, but yeah, he's talking about me only. Right now, all the examples that I kept bringing you back to the subjective self. Is there any doubt? No. Then why are we not that all the time? Where are we lacking? Thus have I taught you wisdom more secret than any other secret. Fully ponder over it and do what you will. I am not here to babysit you. I am not here to hold your finger and like a small mother. Indian parents are different. Every animal species, they train their children and then they leave them alone. Indian parents train their children and keep holding their finger till they die. Continuously worrying about them. Continuously thinking about them. Have they eaten? Have they not eaten? Have they slept? Have they not slept? Have they driven? Have they not gone? Is it time for them to wake up? Arey yaar, they are 20, 30, 40, 60 years old. Are you awake? Don't you have to go to work? If he doesn't go to work, it's his problem. What is the word? Yathechasi tatha kuru. It's your life. You make it or you break it. It is your life. I have given you the tools. I have given, when you needed protection, I gave you protection. We are talking from parents' point of view. We are given the protection, we are given the food, we are given the education. Now you are 20, 21. Now go, explore, make mistakes, learn. The better the foundation, the better will be their experience of life. See? And from parents' point of view, they don't let go. Like our mothers, they still consider my baby. 60, 70, 80 years, still my baby. And this is the tragedy. We forget that in the grahastha ashram, in the family life, why you went into family life? First thing, you went into family life so that you don't want to live alone. You want to have a partner. You want to share your life with someone. You want to contribute to the society by producing good children who can be a positive force in the society. And once you have done that, then there is a next stage of life which is called vanaprastha. Then it is called sannyasa. And this, if we follow that path, if you say you are interested in all this knowledge, then you must accept that also. You can't say, I accept this and I don't accept that. You accept that because scriptures, how do you know? How do you know you are Stanton? Because someone called you. Now that someone is scripture, they are saying you are divine. You are not accepting bloody hell. No. No. Oh, that scriptures are saying, hey, you went through grahastha, brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha and sannyas. No. Oh, grahastha was okay. Afterwards, I don't believe in. So then you do what you want. So our goal, our attention, as we go through our life is what? Brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha and sannyasa. These are the stages of life. If in that entire panorama of life, our attention is, okay, I am doing my duties, but eventually I have to come to vanaprastha because my goal is not grahastha, my goal is not vanaprastha, my goal is not sannyas, my goal is realization. These are only, hotels coming along the way where we can rest. See? Like when you are going up the Dandenong hill, after quarter of a mile, then there are benches to rest. Then you keep climbing, again another half a kilometer, then again some benches are there. Then again you keep going up, again benches are there. And eventually you reach the top of the One Tree Hill, then there is complete rest. The same way, every child, whether he likes or not, he will learn to walk, he will learn to see, he will learn to taste, he will learn to explore, curiosity, everything. And knowledge goes through the school. If he doesn't go through the school, he learns only by observing the world. Many children are there like that. Some children have turned the wrong way, some children have turned the right way. Then somehow they fall into this second stage, which is grahastha. Again, many go the wrong way, many go the right way. But we are not here to judge the world. Where are we going? Where are we going? Are we performing the roles of the grahastha ashram and seeing all activities as prompted by him, or I am doing the activities? And yes, sometimes it is okay. It happens to us also that I have to do this, I have to do that. Language is like that. But where is your heart? Where is your heart? If the penny drops, where do you do you get lost in the ego or you get lost in the Lord? That yet all this is nothing to do with me. Simple as that. See? And is our life from childhood till sannyas, is it guided by the ultimate goal that I want to attain God realization? Is that what is firing us up? And along the way, some people in their journey go through the grahastha ashram and vanaprastha and come to sannyas. Some people bypass the grahastha and the vanaprastha and straight away come to sannyas. But sannyas is not the goal. Wearing these clothes, giving lectures, and growing a beard is not the goal. You can be a good imposter. You can con the people. Like Ravan, he tried to con Sita. When she sent Ramchandraji after the golden deer, Ravan came. He took the form of the Ram. And he said, oh, because then Sita will not say anything. She will say, oh, it is Ram, and she will very willingly come with me. And the moment he took the form of Ram, all desire from him went away. Immediately he shed away that form because he had the power to take any form. We also have any power to take any form in our mind. Then he took the form of a sannyasi. He wore these robes and he went and tricked her. Bhavate bhiksham dehi, you have to come out and give it to me. She put one step out and he kidnapped her. So is that a sannyasi? Sannyas cannot be a goal. Goal is self-realization. Goal is self-abidance. These are all different stages. So each one has to decide. We will also do the same thing. Now what? Now do what you have to do. What can we say? Gyaneshwari Maharaj says here, He Gita Nama Vikhyata Sarvavang Mayatse Mathita Atma Zene Hastagata Ratna Hoya. ज्ञान ऐसिया रूढ़ी वेदांती जयाची प्रौढ़ी वानिता कीर्ति चोखड़ी पातली जगी बुद्ध्यादि के डोळ से हे जयाचे का कडवसे मी सर्वद्रष्टा ही दिसे पाहला जया. Gyaneshwari Maharaj says, this famous sacred text known as Gita is the essence of Vedic literature and one gains the gem of self by its means. One gains this text, Bhagavad Gita is not going to make you do it. You study it, you imbibe it and you apply it and you come to abide in yourself, as yourself. And we have seen, this story of Arjuna on a chariot with Krishna sitting at the charioteer seat with the reins in his hand and the 5 horses. Same thing is coming in Kathopanishad. That's what we are explaining right now. So all the different the principles which are enumerated in the various Upanishads, in the Vedas, the amalgamation, the essence, the nectar, the butter, makhan ko kya bolenge? The creme de la creme of all the scriptures, all the Upanishads, all the Vedas is Bhagavad Gita. Upanishads are more for contemplative seekers, for sannyasis, those who have got no axe to grind in this world, who have withdrawn completely. For them, Upanishads will make a big... But those who are involved, but can you live like that? This is what happened to India. Many people started living like that. And that's why the invasions and then colonization for the 1200 years. First the Muslims, then the Britishers. Why? Complacency. No, I am not a part of this world. I am a sannyasi. I am only God. I am only interested in God, not in the world. Then slavery came because then the history shows what happened. See. So ahimsa, this ahimsa, if someone slaps you, show the other cheek. All this comes from it's, how should I say? It has been it has this compassion thing has been given more importance in Buddhism. And that was the thought that was prevalent for 2500 years in India. And after that, all this colonization began. Because of that thought. Yes, one must have those principles at heart, but one has to protect also. I am meditating. Buddha Bhagavan did this. He went on a fast. He started emaciating his body because he wants to know the truth. He felt the body is evil, body is bad. It demands food, it defecates unwanted waste. Why should I eat and why should I defecate? I will not do this. And then one Vaishya, prostitute, he didn't even have the energy from under the tree to walk to the lake to drink water. And he was crawling and he was hot and he didn't even have the energy to stand up. And that prostitute came, Vaishya came and gave him water. And she said, I see that you are doing something great which I can never do, but can I give you one suggestion? You only have this body. With this body only you are going to take care, you want to attain the ultimate. So if your body is not there and you don't attain ultimate, then you have wasted all your energy, time. So take care of the body and continue to do your sadhana. Then he came to live a balanced life. Otherwise he was very gung-ho. First he left the wife and child, then he went and met these hermits, and then he stopped eating. And many things he practiced. We all have gone through that. We have all gone through that. Then through your experiments, then you realize, we have to live a balanced life. Living balanced life is more difficult than live a life of, what is that? Extremes. Very easy to live a life of extremes. Hit out or get out, my way or the highway. Very simple. A balanced life is maintaining the equanimous poise in and through all activity, in and through all engagements of the world. That's what Gita teaches you. How to live in this world without getting affected by the world, without getting enslaved by the world, without getting entangled in the world. And one gains the gem of self by its means, that which is current as knowledge, and by praising whose glory Vedanta became renowned in this world, of which all the intellectual subjects are a mere shadow, by which knowledge I that behold all am known. That knowledge of the self is the secret treasure of mine, who am unmanifest. This the Lord is saying. Who is this Lord? Sitting in front of Arjuna. And he is saying, I am unmanifest. But Arjuna is seeing the manifest form. He is seeing Krishna sitting in front of him or standing in front of him, giving him this satsang, answering his questions. And that person is saying, I am unmanifest. I'll tell you one example which I came across, one Mahatma I came across. Maybe I told before, but we'll say, that which is current as knowledge, and by praising whose glory. So this whole text is singing whose glory? He's singing this Ishvara's glory, or the Supreme's glory. Glory. Where are we? Vedanta became renowned in this world. So Vedanta takes you beyond all forms. Vedanta takes you beyond all cause and effect. In yesterday's class we saw what was the effect? senses are the effect. What is the cause? Tanmatras, the space, air, fire, water, earth, in their subtle form, they are called tanmatras. They are the cause. And this is the gradation. So, tanmatras are the cause, the 5 elements in their nascent form, in their subtle form. Out of that, the whole world of objects is created by those 5 alone. These 5 senses are also created. And that 5 elements in their subtle form, they are playing with the eyes and keeping these eyes busy with the objects, keeping the ears busy with the sound, keeping the nose busy with the smell. But what the nose is smelling is also made up of the 5 tanmatras. The nose is also made up of 5 tanmatras. The eyes, what they are seeing, if any object, name and form, it's made up of the 5 tanmatras, the 5 elements, and the eyes are also made up of the 5 elements. Yes, maybe in the eye the predominant one is the fire element, but that's besides the point. So, same thing playing with itself. Senses made up of 5 tanmatras playing or interacting with the objective stimuli, which are also made out of the 5 tanmatras. Cause and effect. Cause is the one who alone is expressing as the effect. So what is the effect? On one hand, the senses, and on the other hand, the objects of the world, the stimuli. Now let's go one step back. Just repetition from yesterday. The tanmatras are the effect, mind is the cause. Mind alone has become space, air, fire, water, earth, because not only you see this mind gives rise to space, air, fire, water, earth in the waking world, it also gives rise to space, air, fire, water, earth in the dream. So the world is, the 5 tanmatras are in the gross form and in the subtle form inside. Mind is the cause, the tanmatras are the effect. Cause alone expresses as the effect, many effects. Effects can never come to know the cause. Effects can never come to know the cause. The senses can never come to know the tanmatras. The tanmatras cannot come to know the mind. Without going too much in detail, mind can never come to know the intellect. Intellect can never come to know the total intellect. The total intellect can never come to know the Virat. Total intellect is Virat Purush, the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The Virat Purush cannot come to know the Hiranyagarbha, that golden womb in which all possibilities, past, present, future are available in the subtle form. Virat Purush was gross, total gross, the cosmic form. The Hiranyagarbha cannot come to know its cause, the unmanifest Shakti, Maya, whatever you call it. And the Maya can never come to know the Ishvara. And what is behind Ishvara? Behind Ishvara is the Purusha. Purusha is the Paramatma, the Brahman, the one without a second principle, who alone is appearing as if as the Ishvara and the Shakti. Now, this is given there. All you have to do is apply it in yourself and come to be. Same thing is told here. Because we take the world to be real, so how to engage with this world? How to engage with this, all this variety that is presented to us by this world? What is our position? What is the position of the world? What is the position of the Ishvara? What is the position of the self? All that is explained through the various chapters, which Upanishads do not go into too much in detail. Here it is in Bhagavad Gita, the practical engagement is enumerated. Of which all the intellectual subjects are a mere shadow So all intellects in the divine, okay, let's take it. What is the position of all the waves in the water? I'm not talking ocean, in the water. What is the position of all the waves? What is the position of all the ornaments in the gold, from gold's point of view, from the water point of view? What is the position of all the pots in the mud, from mud point of view? Huh?
Me alone, like
Me alone, yes. From water's point of view, there is no wave. From gold point of view, there are no ornaments. From mud point of view, there are no pots. Because there is no duality from mud point of view. There is no duality from gold point of view. There is no duality or differences or sense of otherness from water point of view. It doesn't see the wave. It just sees itself. As you say, me alone. So there is no creation from the absolute standpoint. And that is what is told here, that of it. So when we talk about individuality with individual intellects, one stupid intellect is giving lecture and other intelligent intellects. Other intelligent intellects are understanding. And the scriptures themselves are saying, which you have heard many times, that the truth cannot be taught and the truth cannot be understood. And what are we doing here? Teaching the truth, and you are trying to understand the truth. Who is doing this? The intellect. Now, where is the reflection of the self? In the intellect only, the I. What is the position? Here Bhagavad Gita says, or Gyaneshwari says, it's only a shadow. It's not there. Because multiplicity, the 5 sheets that are there, they are existing in their absence. We feel it is so solid, it is natural for any unprepared mind to feel that it is real. Because we are so gross oriented. Because we have never thought of the Atma. We have never contemplated on ourselves being the infinite one. We start feeling guilty. Oh, that response. Again, you are pervading. I am the all pervading. That means I got the responsibility of the whole world. No. That thought itself is disturbing for us. But it's not for the faint-hearted one. And courage the Atma Bala, the inner strength to go on this path doesn't come by thinking about the world, by thinking about the consequences. It doesn't come from that. The inner strength, the courage comes by contemplating on the divine principle. Because He is the all-powerful. The closer we find, that is yoga. Yoga means union. Union of what? Union of the mind with the sense of individuality with the sense of oneness. And as you come closer and closer and closer, you realize that you have always been one. Initially, it is an intellectual conviction. Right now, probably it is there. That I am already that which I am seeking. But this thinking which is going on, it is going on here, he says, in the shadow. All intellects are shadow of that supreme. Who is that supreme? You are. So where is the husband? He is the shadow of the man. Where is the father? He is another shadow of the man. And what is the status of a shadow? 0. What is the status of husband, the father, the brother, the son, or the wife, or daughter, sister? Woman is real, man is real. All the coming and going roles that you are playing, they are the shadows. They are the reflections. What is the status of a reflection or shadow? It is existing in its own absence. Recognize this. So, you are the real one. When the waking world comes, you reflect in it as the waker. When the dream world comes, you reflect in it as the dreamer. When there is no world, there is no reflection. You think that way. I'm just saying because you go to sleep. Actually speaking, that time you are awake, but you don't know it. So, which one is real? The waker who comes and goes, the dreamer who comes and goes, or the one in whose presence all of them are coming and going? You are the real one, no? So, who is living this life? Who is living, making the waking world as a real one and invested everything into this waking world and trying to maintain a sense of usefulness in this world by creating all relationships, creating all possessions. But after a few hours, 2-3 hours, it is all going to go away. So for whom is this whole world of waking? For the waker. Where is the waker? Existing in his own absence. But do you feel you are existing in your own absence? No, I am continuous. I have never gone away. I know the waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, sleep comes and goes, but no, I have never come and gone. I was there yesterday, I am here today, I will be there tomorrow. I have never known my absence. I have never known my absence. Come to this, come to be that. I behold all the intellectual subjects are a mere shadow, by which knowledge I that behold all am known that. So all the knowledge, all the words, all the concepts, all the ideas that are presented are only a shadow. Scriptures, yes, a shadow. Your understanding, a shadow. Because it's a part of creation. Creation itself is a shadow. Creation is only a reflection. That knowledge of self is the secret treasure of mine. And this is the beauty of our Sanatan Dharma or Bhagavad Gita, that even though through this shadow we are not tricking, not manipulating, negotiating through this shadow to come to the original. Because where is the original? Is the original above the clouds? Is the original in the persons that you see or the objects that you see? Or if you are here in this class, you have been attending, your understanding is the original is I am, isn't it? So till I don't come to that and be that, everything else is only that which is coming and going. And whatever comes and goes is only a shadow, is only a ephemeral. The word is ephemeral. It's not permanent. You are permanent. But what happens is, somewhere by mistake, by default, by wrong notions, convictions, we have a sense of continuity as the body. We have a sense of continuity. I was there yesterday also, I am here today also, I will be there tomorrow also. What have you done? You have superimposed your continuity, which is the self, which is the continuous one. You have superimposed that on the body, and you are thinking body was there yesterday, body is there today, body is there tomorrow. But what body was there yesterday is not the same body today. What body is today is not going to be the same body tomorrow. Same is with the mind, same is with the senses, same is with the notions, convictions. It is not the same. I slept yesterday. Don't go to sleep today. You don't do that. See? So that knowledge of the self is the secret treasure of mine, even though it is the most immediate. It is the most accessible because you are it. Yet it is secret. Guhyat guhyadaram. It is subtler than the subtlest. It is the secret of all secrets. Immediately available, accessible, yet so far. Yet so far. That knowledge of the self is the secret treasure of mine. Bhagavan is saying, Lord Krishna is saying, that secret treasure, that Atma, that self is mine. That's what I am. I am the one who is everything. He is not talking from Krishna point of view. He is taking the position of the Ishvara. Remember, Brahman cannot talk. Brahman cannot talk. Paramatma cannot talk. For Paramatma to talk, he has to take the form of Ishwar and Prakriti. He has to manifest. Then he can have communication. So when he is saying, he is very clear that he is the unmanifest reality, but he is seen as the form called Krishna, and therefore here he says that who am unmanifest. So people see him as a manifest. The gold will say, I am unmanifest, but you are saying, no, you are an ornament. He said, no, I am unmanifest gold. Unmanifest, not unmanifest as a gold, but I am an unmanifest ornament. I don't have any form. Water says, I don't have it. No, I am enjoying in your waves, I am enjoying in your breakers. What breaker, what wave? I don't understand. I am water. Where there is duality, you start calling names. Where there is oneness, all names cease to be. You are that. The source of all the names. The home of all the names. So he's not seeing Krishna, Arjuna as separate to him. You saw the 10th chapter and the 11th chapter. In the 10th chapter he says, I am the Himalayas among all the mountains, I am the Ganga among all the rivers, I am the banyan tree among the Vatavriksha among all the trees, fig tree among all the trees. And it's like that, he goes on and on and on. And when then he said, I can go on and you can keep listening. Then Arjuna said, oh, can I have an experience of all in one go? He says, okay. And he gives him that Virat, or the cosmic form. What is that cosmic form? In that cosmic form, all past, present, future is present at the same time, which he couldn't digest. So Lord has to take avatar, he has to manifest in the relativity, and he only manifests when there is a special purpose. He just doesn't manifest in a... Yes, he is manifesting, he or through his potentiality, he is manifesting as everything. But he takes specific form, which is complete with all his potential, with powers, to be the world teacher. See? And when he takes that form, he has not forgotten who he is originally. We have taken a form, but we have forgotten who we are originally. So we are remembering, trying to remember. Now you apply and be that. So you are also an incarnation, you are also an incarnation. Every saint, is a uneducated fool when he was born, most of them, but they worked themselves up. Some of them studied, some of them didn't study, some of them had that spark from within, and they moved Godwards, and they people started recognizing he's a Mahatma, he's a Mahatma, he's a saint, he's a a God man. They call Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahams. They give him the title of God, Bhagwan. Why? Because he has become extraordinary. Living in the same world, he has shown extraordinary self-control and come to establish in that poise, in that self, in spite of all the challenges. No saint has run away from the world. He lives. Shirdi Sai Baba lives in the world. Satya Sai Baba lives in the world. Rama Maharshi lives in the world. Ram Surat Kumar lives in the world. Anand Mahima lives in the world. Nim Karoli Baba lives in the world. No, they have not run away. Then what is it that they did? All they did was be focused on their true nature. Where are we? Why is it not clicking with us? Because we are focused on the world. Be introvert. Be introvert meaning not introvert and go cuckoo in the head. Be introvert and be focused on the self. Be the self with all this understanding. But how can I hide it from you? Lord is telling to Arjuna, how can I hide it from you, O Arjuna? Because I am extremely fond of you, I am entrusting this secret treasure to you. See how this is the relationship. Once I went, Swamiji sent me to 3-4 teachers. I went to Badrinath, and there he said, my student is coming, teach him whatever you can. So he asked me, what do you know? I said, I don't know anything. What do you want? I want to know myself. He says, okay, I will teach, but you have to practice. And he initiated me into Kriya Yoga. For 1 month I was practicing in his guru's room. From where I can see, from the room only I could see the Badrinath temple. Then I went to Girnar. In Girnar, one yogi was there, and I went to his ashram. And I was living in Varanasi, and I went from there. I had called him. He said, yes, come. And the moment I sat in the train, not even the train, the moment I left the room where I had been living for 6 months in Varanasi, the moment I entered into the auto with my one bag, one mantra started in my head. Hari Om Tat Sat Jai Guru Datta. I had never heard of it before in my life. Hari Om Tat Sat Jai Guru Datta. Then I went in the train. I did not sleep 2 nights. I was chanting that mantra. It won't allow me to do anything. I reached the ashram at the foothills of Girnar, and a huge plaque on the gate. Hari Om Tat Sat Jai Guru Datta. And I go in, Swamiji is waiting there. He is a married, Maharishi Punitachari ji. So he is sitting there. You are the one who is making me keep, whom I am waiting for who stopped me from going to Rishikesh. He was supposed to go to Rishikesh. He cancelled it because I was coming. So, okay, eat something, get ready. What do you want? I said, I want Atma Sakshatkar. I want to know the self. I want to be abide in the self. I want to come face to face with the self. He says, that you have to do. I don't know. But tomorrow morning, come to the Gayatri temple, Datta temple at 4 o'clock in the morning. Will you be able to do that? I said, yes, Swamiji. I was there. See, when you, in that one interview, means just tete-a-tete, I was sitting with him. In that affection was he was created. I was not there to judge him. I was not there to test him. I was not there to comment on him. I just went that he is a great master and I need to glean whatever he gives. I am ready to take. And if he is asking me what I want to be the self. And how many students must have come, I don't know. But at that moment, for 9 days, he will say, come 4 o'clock he will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He will put his hand on my head. He'll ask me to chant the mantra and he will keep chanting something. After 9 days, he says, I have transferred everything. Now it's your job to unfold it. What you do with it is your problem. Same words. Yadhachesi tatha kuru. I have given you. See? So what are we going to do? We have been listening to Bhagavad Gita, we have been listening to Upanishads, we have been listening to Adhyatma Ramayana. Many concepts are clear. What are we going to do with this information? Pat ourselves on the back that I have given lecture on Gita for 4 times for so many years. Or I have studied Bhagavad Gita. First I studied and then second time I did Gyaneshwari, and probably Swamiji will again take it next time. Man, I have gone through Bhagavad Gita 3 times in detail. I have gone through all the Upanishads in detail. I have gone through Shankar Bhashya in detail. These are not laurels. It just increases your ego. It just increases your ego. Until and unless we become subjective about the topic. What is the topic? Only one. You are the one. You are the Supreme One. Oh Arjuna, because I am extremely fond of you, I am entrusting this secret treasure to you. So why do Mahatmas, why do Sannyasis, why do teachers, Acharyas like us keep taking the lecture, keep talking about Bhagavad Gita untiringly? Why? Is it because we want something from you? No. Whom do you love the most? It's not a trick question.
No. Sir.
Good. Everyone loves themselves the most. When you have realized that the whole world is the self, you will serve it without expectation. You will sacrifice yourself completely for it. You will communicate only that. And where do you get that? Where is that language by which you communicate that one to the one? That is Bhagavad Gita. That is Upanishads. That is Satsang. And that is what we are doing. Unstoppable. We can't stop it. Whether it is a discussion, I go to his place, we tinker, but very quickly it turns into a satsang. If he comes to drop me to the airport sometimes, on the way, very quickly it turns into a satsang. It's unstoppable. It's only unstoppable when something has shifted inside. And the shift is, instead of individuality, you see that one alone is appearing as many. What is the rule? All in one, one in all. Then this teaching is not to you, it is teaching to myself. And every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. Every waking is a new waking. Every moment is a possibility of awakening. In the relative sense. Because relativity means change. Every change has within its womb the potential to unfold. Unfold to what? Unfold to the one. Are we available to that? remember, 3 1 3 2 6 we have to start next week. Contemplate on this, recommit to be, live as the presence, not as the role. Don't doubt your divinity even for a moment. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om everyone.